And welcome back. Well, after doing that last little video about why I thought the demo was crap, I thought to myself, well, what would I do if I wanted to make a demo that I would be happy playing? Something that would make me, I don't know, feel a little bit more that it represented maybe the game a little bit, as well as a little something to keep people tided over while they waited for the game to come out. So here's the thought. We're going to start a new game. I'm going to take you through what I would do for a demo. Here we go. On normal. So all this would be in the demo. This video, this cutscene, all this would be in the game. And the reason I'd keep that is because I want people to know what's going on semi-story-wise, get the introduction in, get the intrigue building, get people noticing what's going on. And just start asking questions, wonder, get the old, grey matter firing.
I gotta get back to work. I love you, Ethan. I miss you so much. I'm sending tons of kisses. Bye, baby. Ethan. You were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away.
Never works. Just ask James Sunderland. Never ever works.
Hey, it's Ethan.
Just on a side note, can I just say how
Yeah,
unbelievably gorgeous
it's me.
this game looks? Like how great this engine that they've made for this game is. Like fair props to them for it.
I don't know how, but she's back.
It is a real looker. I'll give it that.
Maybe it's a prank. She wants me to come and get her.
Where is she?
Dulvey, Louisiana.
Dude, it's been 3 years.
I know, but what if it is her? I have to find out what happened.
Okay, so all this again would still be in the demo. The build up, the little thing of how to look around, walk around, just the basic controls. That's such a clever little trick. It's a JPEG. When he drives up to it, looks down into the car, and as he comes back up, the game is loaded in. Right, let's hurry up with this. I don't want to keep too much of your time. So, give all of this, everything that I'm doing now, all the little tutorial messages of how to control the game would be in it. This, all the interactable stuff, everything would be there. This would be there. So this would be in the demo. All this joiner stuff, all this stuff just to teach you how to interact with items, how to twist and turn, and inspect them a little better. All this except her gift hints, all the little flavour text would be there. He wouldn't. Him walking across there, he wouldn't be there. Even though he just phases out of existence. Brilliant. But that wouldn't be there. The crows would be there. The effigy... yeah, I'll keep the effigy in. You know, we want to make this place seem foreboding. Again, God, this game just looks so nice. It's doing so well. So, all this would still be in it. Interacting with items within items. Going into the inventory menu, learning how to inspect items from the inventory. The little flavour text at the bottom in the right hand corner. All that would be in it. Moving along. into here. That's fine. All these controls as well. Also, what I would have done here, just to be kind of nice, is open it a little bit and let them know walking backwards and pressing A can close it. You only get that if you die in a tutorial message. And of course, how to close the door. Get in that habit. All this would be in there. All these little moments, all this little inspection stuff, all these drawers. This to teach you about locked drawers. This with items to inspect. All these little flavor text and all this world building. And just because I love the fridge content so much, because it is just disgusting, all this would be in there. So far so good. All this as is. All that as is. Everything as you see it. This door still would be locked. And you go through here. All this would be exactly as it is with all these photos. Again, these photos of Mia, the photos of Mia in trouble, and the foreboding prison dungeon-esque cell. So all that would still be in it. Just like he's power walking. This would be exactly as it is. The save point would not be there, but the videotape would. You'd play the videotape in the VHS again. So you put play the video player. You play the video in the video player. So you would do all that. I'm not going to do it now because it takes too long. And of course, teaching you that the videos in the game teach you about hints in the world. So again, all that important stuff to keep in your game. Through here. Now, as we know, 3 camera crews came into this place, and they give a load of they give a load of backstory and background information, the names of all the major Baker family members, just all the stuff that you need to know, like Jack, Marguerite, Lucas, yeah, Lucas. Just little things like that. All of it would remain. All this. All of this would be here. Now, the main change I'd make here is that Andre's corpse floats up at a point. I wouldn't have that in the demo. I wouldn't have Andre's corpse float up. So I'd have maybe these little bubbles that pop up. Yep, there they go. Probably have that. Because it makes you worried that there's stuff in the water. And here is where Andre's corpse pops up. I wouldn't have it. That wouldn't happen in the demo. We'd save that for the main game. Save that as a jump scare for the main game, because let's face it, you're going to become blasé playing the demo in these zones, so that you need to throw in a curveball here and there. Okay. All this would be as is. All this would be as is. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Jail cell with Mia in it. All that would be normal. This little bit of paper with all the names and the foreshadowing, hint, hint. All of this would be exactly as is. So let's get out of here. Now, unfortunately, this is an on-rails bit, so I can't just steamroll through this bit. So, apologies.
Thank God I found you. It's me.
But shut up and deal with it.
Ethan?
Are you alright?
You shouldn't be here.
What do you mean? You contacted me.
No, I wouldn't. Did I? Did anyone see you? Did he see you?
Who else is here? What the hell's going on?
Daddy's coming. We need to go.
Daddy?
We need to go now.
Where are you taking me?
Someplace safe.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on? Baby, you've been gone for 3 years.
3 years? Has it really think it's this way.
So all this would still be exactly as is, as you're seeing it.
Mia, we have to talk. That message you sent me.
Not me. That wasn't me.
But you did.
I didn't.
Okay, fine. Just tell me what's going on.
I'm telling you everything that I know. We have to go this way.
So all the bags of meat, all this foreshadowing, just basically make it look as grimy as possible, just to make it feel super unpleasant. Because you need it to feel unpleasant. This whole bit.
Family used to bring me food through here. I remember. There. It's there. This is it. I remember this room. There's another door here. I'm sure of it. It's not here. It's gone. It's gone. We're gonna be a family now that you're here. There's another door here. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so all of this. Sorry about that. So all of this, exactly as it went through right up until this point, that photo would not be there. Now, there'd be a small change here. You see that doll there? Well, we'd make a small change here. What we would have is you'd come over here and that one wouldn't be there, but this one would definitely be here. Now, when you pick up this, it would not necessarily be this doll. It would be something a little more referential to something else, but it would have a token underneath it. So you'd spin it round and then you'd pick off the token. And that token would be a small hidden Easter egg, but for something else later in this little demo. So Mia's would still get kidnapped, all this would be exactly the same. So the two changes we've made so far is removing the corpse and having a token underneath a figure of something. Not necessarily the little girl. That phone would be gone. That phone would not be there. This door would have black gunk around it, preventing me from opening it. So rather than it being jammed, it would just have black gunk around it. Go into here as normal. The two health kits as normal. That would be all as normal. This would all be exactly the same. That drawer would have another health kit in it rather than the map. So they'd still want to get that. And then they'd find the map. All this would be exactly as is. The creepy crawling up the stairs. Oh god. Oh, yeah, so this tutorial would still be a thing. This moment would still happen in the game. You'd still have to semi-fight Mia after she's finished stabbing the crap out of you. So, give it up, girl. So all this would still be in the demo?
I can feel her clawing her way back inside me. Get out! Leave me alone! I've been bad. I deserve this.
So, that fight would have gone exactly the same. No changes. Healing tutorial would be a thing. That would still have black gunk around it, preventing me from going through it. So I'd have to go back this way, and of course, doing that leads to that. So eventually this would trigger, and this fight would happen. And the reason we'd have this fight is to teach you that you're not a coward, and you can actually fight back. So I'd have this, and I'd have up there right trigger attack, left bumper block. So. And this would still have played out exactly the same, but there would have been a hidden trigger here. Yes, I know, hidden triggers are bullshit, but this is a little bit more fair. Notice how during that fight, I didn't get hit once. If you can get through that fight without getting hit once, it'll unlock. That phone wouldn't have rung. Okay, so that phone would not be ringing right now. Mia would be dead. Her body would remain. Okay, keep that in mind. She would be dead, her body would remain, and you cannot pick up that axe. You can't pick up the axe. Okay, that axe is dead to her. That axe in the demo is dead to you. She remains there throughout the whole thing. As far as you're concerned, in the demo, she dies. She dies at the beginning. So none of this would happen. So ignore all of this bit.
You really shouldn't have come here.
Who's this? And what the fuck is going on?
My name's Zoe. There should be a way out through the attic.
Attic.
Go there. Now.
Right. So back from here. Imagine she's still dead. You would have killed her and you would have heard bubbling noise. You heard a bubbling noise, and what that bubbling noise would have been is the black gunk removing itself from the edge of the door. So now we can go through it. So, imagine we haven't got the axe. And now we've just got to solve a puzzle. And this part introduces you to the puzzle solving element. And that's, well, I use the term puzzle lightly, but teaching you to use things on things to get another thing to put in a thing. Pretty much sums up a Resident Evil puzzle, doesn't it? Get a thing to put in the thing. Right. Mia walking across there? Wouldn't happen. Wouldn't have happened. She'd still be dead in that room. Okay? Keep that in mind. She's still dead in that room with the axe in her. She's still in that same pose as where I left her. This is all happening though. You put the fuse into here. Now, when you go through this doorway, there's a really, really cool scene that occurs, which I'm going to say for you, but it would not be in the demo because Mia is still dead in the room opposite this wall, on the other side of that wall. So what you're about to witness now would not happen. You would just walk straight into the attic. But because we've got to watch this, we're going to watch it. So this would appear in the main game, and it would be a massive surprise for the player, because they've played the demo, it didn't happen in the demo, so your expectations are already shot. So you've had so much new stuff happen to you, that you're not really... Well, you're not really ready for all this, so all this is brand new for when you're playing the game. Nice little surprise. But all it would have been is you walk down there. Now, just need to get this out of my hand as quick as possible. So, all this chopping off of the hand, all of that, none of that would have happened in the demo. All this, no. None of this. Now, I was mentioning earlier that if you get through that entire fight without taking any damage from her, like none, which I managed to do, you get the defense coin. That's how you get the defense coin. Okay? You do it by not taking any damage. Okay? But there'll be a catch in the main game if you use the defensive coin too much. It unlocks an achievement called, I don't know, Brad Vickers or something like that. Just like some scrub tier stars member that is just a massive coward. Because that's what you're basically saying when you use defensive coin. You're a massive coward. Now, do you remember earlier I said that in that little room you would have picked up a token? Well, this door would be locked. It'd be like that. And there'd be a little slot machine-esque coin machine here. And what you'd have to do is put the coin into there to unlock this door. Now when you unlock this door, again, I haven't got this axe. I just don't want to walk around with a stump. But I haven't got the axe. I come in here. It's got the gun. It's got the health kit. And it's got the bullets. Now this would have 50 bullets. Okay? 50 bullets. This would have unlocked a small challenge mode. Because what you could have done is if you didn't pick up the token, you walk through here, you walk up here, you go up there, and you just leave. You just leave. Okay? That's what you do. You leave, and that's the end of it. That's the end of the demo. So you got the so you're probably thinking, well, okay then. So what's this little room about? Well, this little room I'm going to make into a small arcade game. And the game will be simply this. On this wall will be instructions. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and there'll be ticks as you do it. Now, this 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to represent the moulded. So in this other room, if you've picked up this gun, you've triggered it. If you pick up the gun, you trigger it, regardless. And when you come into this room, you come in, the door will close behind you, locking you in, and mould will start to grow from the corners. It will start to grow outward in places. And then the moulded will come out. At first, there'll be just one moulded. If you manage to kill that, it'll unlock a health kit in your storage box. After a couple of seconds, a second moulded will spawn. If you manage to kill both moulded, then you get some bullets. I'm pulling them off the top of my head, but you'll get some bullets in your storage box. If you manage to kill 3 moulded, now, again, one spawns, second one spawns, a few seconds after, third one spawns. So, if you're not quick enough, you may be in a room with 3 moulded. If you kill the third one, you will get 3 antique coins. Seems pretty fair, doesn't it? So you get 3 antique coins, and if you kill the 4th one, you get a steroid in your item box. So once again, you manage to kill 1, you get a health kit. If you manage to kill 2, you get bullets. If you manage to kill 3, you get 3 antique coins, and if you manage to kill 4, you get the steroids. 3 little gifts from me, from this demo, to the main player, if they so choose it. Okay? If they choose to do that. This room wouldn't really have existed. Like, I wouldn't have had this maybe. Possibly I would have had that room. Alright. So, like I said, it's a small arcade room. And depending on how you do, depends on what you get in the game. So, that's really how I would have done the demo. You would have fought the molded. Mia would have been downstairs and still dead. She wouldn't have appeared after that axe fight. And here's where you would have fought some molded in a little arcadey shooter game in a little tight environment to see if you could earn some in-game items. It wouldn't be easy in the slightest. You'd have 1 health kit, 50 bullets, and the M19 handgun in order to do it. And that's really what I would do for a demo. That's really it. So I'd have the lovely looking environments. I'd have the atmosphere building. I'd have the slight horror moments. I would have the introduction to combat and the basic controls. I would have a basic premise of the story set up for us and all that. But if you try to leave, like after you've killed the 4, or if you just try to leave now, if you do that, Jack literally comes up from behind you, punches you in the face and says, saying, "Welcome to the family, son." And as soon as he hits you, it's like cut to black, Resident Evil 7 coming, blah blah, with that amazing soundtrack, like that amazing intro music that this game has, but really doesn't push hard enough. Don't Tell Aunt Eloise or something like that. It's a fantastic song. Look it up. Don't Tell Aunt Eloise. I think it's quite tricky, but look it up. It's really worth it. And as a special treat to you, watch me die to Mia. So all this isn't in the demo. This is just me shooting my wife in the face. Yep.
They're relying on me. Everyone.
Oh, it's so sad when you first do this because you genuinely think she's dead at this point. This is such a good game. If you're on the fence about it, give it a shot. It's really, really worth it. And as I said, that demo does not do this game justice at all. The reviews do, the Let's Plays, some of them, depends who you're watching. But what does Jack think? My thoughts exactly. Welcome to the family indeed. Now step on my face, bitch. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know if you think that's an okay idea, if you think what I've pitched here seems reasonable. Until then, I will leave you as is. So, thank you very much for watching. And remember, we're watching you.